This video is one of a series we produce looking at the tests that are used in deciding whether a young person qualifies for personal independence payment, known as PIP for short. This video looks at the activity of preparing food, one of the areas taken into account for the daily living component of PIP. This test looks at your child's ability to prepare a simple, cooked meal from basic ingredients for one person. It not only considers any physical disabilities that your child has in cooking, but also whether they need encouragement, prompting, or reminding to cook, and whether they need someone to watch over them when cooking to make sure they remain safe. PIP aren't really interested in how good a cook your son or daughter is, and it might even be that they don't do any cooking. However, if the reason for this is simply because they don't like cooking or because it's more convenient for you to do all the cooking instead, they're not going to score any points. In order to get points, you need to show that they have a physical or mental impairment that means they wouldn't be able to cook a meal independently if they were living alone. Now, bear in mind, the test is not whether they can simply heat up a ready meal in a microwave. Instead, it's looking at whether they can prepare a cooked meal from basic ingredients. Now, that might be done via an ordinary cooker, or it might be done using a microwave, but there needs to be some element of food preparation involved. So this means even if your child is using a microwave to cook, you should think about things like whether they would need help in using the right ingredients and making sure they're fresh and not past their sell-by date, or any help in reading cooking instructions. Does your child need help in weighing or measuring ingredients, or in chopping and peeling things? Are they able to open food tins and other packaging? If your child has problems in any of these areas, it's important you spell these out when you're completing the PIP questionnaire. You might also want to think about whether your child can sit or stand at a cooker for long enough to cook a main meal, and can they safely transfer hot pans on and off a cooker? Can they tell whether water or oil is at the right temperature for cooking? And do they have the ability to deal with different cooking times so that their food is ready to eat at the same time? Bear in mind that the test is whether your child has the ability to safely and reliably cook a main meal to a reasonable standard and in a reasonable amount of time. If your child has to use any aids or adaptations in cooking, you will also need to make this clear. You'll also need to spell out if they have any problems with concentration or memory during the cooking process. Are they at risk, for instance, of losing focus and letting food burn? Can they safely use sharp knives in the kitchen? Are they at risk of dizzy spells, falls, or seizures while they're in the kitchen? Can they judge if food has been cooked properly? Perhaps your child will take all cooking instructions so literally that if the instructions say something should be cooked for 45 minutes, they will cook it for exactly that time, even if it's clearly burning. They may even need someone else to prompt them to cook in the first place because they lack the motivation to do this themselves, or perhaps are unaware if they're hungry. Thanks for watching. For more information about the PIP assessment and full details of the PIP scoring system, please see our free guide to PIP available to download from our website.